Hello, all you party people out there. It's Drew in the moment, in the kitchen, again, baking, like always. I feel like I'm always in my house baking. But it's not a bad thing, it's pretty good. So today, we're gonna make some awesome cookies, gluten-free chocolate chip cookies, for you gluten-free people. And just keep in mind, even if you're not a gluten-free, you don't need gluten-free, these cookies are absolutely delicious. What really makes them good, I think, for me, is the coconut flour and the almond flour. It does really good things for the flavor. Well, let's get right into it so we can, get you on your way and you guys can be cooking these and baking them. The first part's going to consist of mixing the brown sugar, the almond butter, the egg, and the vanilla. So we're going to get that going right now, show you how we're going to do that, and then we'll go on to the next step. Follow me. So what you want to have, if you have a mixer, you're going to use the paddle on this and not the whisk attachment. But if you're doing it by hand, you can use a whisk or anything you really want. So we're going to go ahead and add all of the ingredients that I just said. Now I almost forgot the main ingredient, like always. Gotta have my coffee, and I got my awesome Goofy mug. So you can't forget, you gotta have your beverage, whatever it is. For me, it's coffee. That's the secret ingredient. So now, what we're gonna do, now that that's all mixed up, we're gonna take our flours and salt, and put those right in here. Round one, and use our whisk and give it a good mix. Alright, so I got that mixed up. Now I don't want to forget the last ingredient, which is baking soda. Make sure it's leveled off. You got the 1 teaspoon, make sure it's leveled off. You don't want too much, you don't want to add too much because A, it'll make the cookies get crazy, but also it'll taste really bad. So make sure you mix this part up really, really good. All right, now that we have all the dry ingredients mixed up, we want to take the dry ingredients and our chocolate chips, and we're going to go add it to the wet mixture that we already made. So let's go do that right now. All right, so when we are adding the dry mixture into this, I like to start off by adding half in, mix it a little bit, and then we'll add the other half, and then we'll add the chocolate chips. So it's about half, and then we're going to turn that on like a low, just to mix it. Okay. Now we'll scrape it down. We'll just scrape down the sides a little bit. So we want to make sure everything gets mixed evenly. We'll add the other half of that dry mixture and put it on low once again. There's a trick to, especially with any kind of cookie, you do not want to over mix it. Alright, so that's pretty good so far. Now we're going to add the chocolate chips. And once again, have it on low. Okay, so now that we have that mixed up, the last part you're going to do, you're going to take this out. It's going to be kind of clunky like this, or clunky. I'm making up words now, but kind of like a big dough ball, and you'll have some on the bottom. Usually the chocolate chips, but this part you're going to mix by hand a little bit. You're going to do this kind of thing. And what you want to do is you're going to roll it into a log. Okay, because after I roll this into a log, we're going to put this into the refrigerator to have it chill for about a half an hour. Alright, so that's basically roughly what you want to have, because we're going to put this in the fridge like I said, and then after that we're going to actually cut it into like little discs. So while I put this in the refrigerator for half an hour, we can go ahead and preheat our oven to 325. So we'll do that, and then the magic of YouTube, in like 2 seconds, it's gonna be ready to cut these things up. All right, guys, so it's been a half an hour. We got our dough here. Somehow my wife let me play with a knife. I don't know. I'll try not to cut myself, but no. What we're gonna do here is we are gonna make, you're gonna end up with 12 cookies. So I usually go cut it in half, cut those in half, and then, you know, cut three discs like that, and then we're gonna put those on the sheet pans with the parchment paper. So I'll show you, I will show you that now. All right, so not that it's that hard to put dough on a sheet pan, but I usually like to just, you know, make them in a circle shape, and then push them down just a tiny bit. But that's kind of what you're looking for right there. So we'll do 6 on here and 6 on here, and then get them in the oven. Alright guys, so we're ready to go. We got these things and they are ready to be baked. We're going to put them in the oven for 8 to 10 minutes. I always say this to anybody that's baking, always put it under. Whatever it says, if it's 12 minutes, put it on for 9, just so you don't burn them. So I'm going to put them on for 8 and see where we go from there. Alright guys, so it's the time of truth, like always, to see how the cookies came out. Alright, well, they look like cookies. As I slam that, there they are. There is the delicious, delicious cookies. So, obviously I can't eat them right now, they're very hot. You gotta let these cool down to a room temperature before you try to eat them, because they still are soft, so they gotta kind of bind up a little bit. So we'll wait probably about 20 minutes, and then I'll test try them out. All right, I just couldn't wait any longer. I think I waited maybe 10 minutes. I just want to try these. I really do love this recipe. Really, really good. I mean, the cookies, they come out really, really nice. And if you're wondering, they are not dry. They got really good moisture, very moist cookie. So, cheers. I'm telling you, definitely try making these guys. It really is easy. Just follow this video, add all the ingredients, and it's really easy, and you will be surprised at how tasty it is for being gluten-free. Yeah, that's gonna do it for this vlog, I think, but keep a lookout, because the next vlog I'm doing, I'm gonna be doing churros. I'm gonna get that Disney recipe for churros that they have out there, and take a stab at that and see how that comes out. But, well, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you're all doing well, and until we see you next time, remember, only one way to live. In the cookie. I mean the moment.